Hello, welcome Leo. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Today we'll be taking a look at the energies around you, like things that will bring you success and victory in this moment. What spirit feels like that will be for you. And so, welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. It is always a pleasure reading for you, Leo. And so, like, share, comment if you have not. Subscribe if you're just now coming across the page and you haven't had a chance to. You feel like this is aligning with your energy, right? Hit the bell if you find yourself subscribing. So let's take a look for you, Leo, and see. I did shuffle my cards and cleanse my space. And so, what does Leo need to be successful in this moment? In this moment. So we have the Three of Wands coming out for you, Leo. And I'm seeing someone peering into the future, analyzing, possibly having a moment of discovery to see what I see someone deep in contemplation. And so this could basically be taking the time to sit down and brainstorm and troubleshoot, even ask yourself the question, what do I want? What do I want my future to look like? What is it that I want? What does success mean to me? What does it look like? What will it feel like? For others, this could be needing to allow yourself to expand in some type of way, to go from where you are so that you can end up in a different place, in a different position. And so this feels like there's a need to take the time to discover what that is and how it looks different than where you are right now. The Star also came out. So we have the Three of Wands, the Star, the Two of Pentacles, and the Magician. All of these cards is giving me that energy, the need to get clear on what that is, who that is, with. The Two of Pentacles could talk about partnerships, and it could talk about even, having different things to come into play as this pertains to you feeling or being successful, moving into the future, and possibly even being in a position of juggling things. Like, what are your limits? What are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? What can you handle? It's discovering all the intimate details of what that is. Part of the details is you doing a search within your heart to see what that is with the Star. The Star is almost like wish fulfillment, desire. What have you asked for? Is there anything? What do you desire? And then allowing yourself to be led there. The Star also talks about being led to this place of milk and honey, right? Being led to this place. And so there's almost a need to, for some, receive some type of guidance. This could be divine guidance. And for others, this could be developing strategy for manifesting. That's a fancy word for saying, what's the plan? What's the recipe, right? And so there's something here about being specific for someone, Leo. And I almost get the energy of feeling a little bit comfortable right now. But if you were at a point where you might have wanted to see things differently, what would that be? What would that be? And have you allowed yourself to imagine that and dream that and to go there mentally and explore what that would be? And so when it comes to being successful or feeling like you're victorious, there's a lot coming into play. But it starts with you getting clear on what success means. We all have our own definition of success. What may mean success for one person may not mean that for someone else. You get to define that, Leo. And there is the need to define it. What is that? What is that? And I get the feel like there are, for someone, steps that have been given. There's some guidance, some direction that has been given. And so your part to that is to follow, right? Is to allow yourself to be guided towards your future here. Yeah. For someone, there's a need to understand too how powerful you are. I feel like someone has a natural ability to navigate this type of energy. Like you may find yourself like dabbling in something that you really didn't really understand, like how much you're able to do this, or how much you're able to dive in to something and come out with, what it is that you went in for. I'm getting that with the Magician. This talks about someone who can stand on a street corner and come up, right? It don't matter where you are or what you're doing, like you have this ability to come up and to be successful. You may not even realize that you have a talent here. You have a knack for this, for someone. I don't know who you are, but Spirit is saying, like, allow yourself to dream, to take a risk on yourself. You'd be surprised what you find. Okay. But that's what's needed. Clarity and taking a risk. What is Leo's desire? What is Leo's desire? All right. What is Leo's desire? So we have the Two of Wands, the Moon, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Overall, I feel like there's a desire to, for someone to run things, like when it comes to your energy, when it comes to what it is that you're involved in. I get that with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. This is having the ability to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful, very tenacious. She carries the energy, the inspiration, the know-how, the experience, just very fiery energy. The Queen of Wands is doing energy. And so there's the wisdom here. The Ten of Pentacles is having the resources to do it. It's having the resources to do it. The Moon is, I feel like, is untapped energy. This is something that weighs in the shadows. It has not been revealed yet. There may be something that you haven't even revealed to people that you're wanting to do, but you have this grand vision of what that would be. And so it's all about choosing the right path on which path will actually get you to your goal. You want to choose the right path. You could be someone who's very cautious when it comes to choosing. With this Two of Wands, I'm getting that. It's almost like you could feel like at many parts of your life, you've been at a crossroads in choosing, like which direction you want to go? And is it going to lead to what it is that you desire? I feel like overall you desire to be in a position where you're able to, all the wands, especially the King and the Queen of Wands, carries entrepreneurial energy, which says that you want to dictate everything about your experience. It could be work. It doesn't have to be. It could also be life in general. You just want to be able to have the say so when it comes to your life. But it could definitely be concerning making money, because money came out, the 10 of Pentacles. You desire to be positioned in a way where not only will you be able to determine and dictate how things go for you, but you'll also set a path for like your children, for those coming after you. These are the types of things that you're desiring. It's almost like setting up some type of foundational energy for others to follow, possibly. Whatever this is bigger than you. Could have a lot to do with money. You desire money, which gives the ability, more freedom. You could desire the space, the opportunity to operate in ways to set up what you want. You could desire to answer questions that haven't been explored. This moon is very interesting, and it feels like there's something that has not really come to the light, a solution that may not have been brought to the light yet. There's something about a problem or some mystery that you want to solve. You want to provide a solution for it. Some of you could be wanting answers. And there's something about getting the answers to your questions. And this could be something that is not readily available. It could be something that's hidden. You want answers. But there's some part of you getting to this space, whether it's just wanting answers, information, wanting to know secrets and mysteries. There's some part of you needing to step out and be a part of that process. The Magician is definitely in the mix, making things happen, a very key element in this process, the Magician. The Star actually places a little bit of that on, the energies unknown, like the divine. There could be other energies involved here where you're being guided, right? But there's some element of you taking some initiative here, especially with the Three of Wands and the Two of Pentacles is definitely working in different aspects here, many different aspects. There's the energy of work happening on several different levels. Okay, so are there any challenges coming in for Leo? Any challenges coming in for Leo? Yes. So we have the preparation card, teamwork, waterproof, and warning. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting as I'm laying these out, there's something about entering into spaces where you may tap into something, or you may, in fact, come upon information of some kind that's not intended to be known. And when that happens, there's some type of warfare that breaks out because you've tapped in or stepped over into a territory, maybe that feels threatened by your presence. Just that's a side note for whoever that resonates with. But there's something about being prepared and having a specific strategy here that comes in your challenge. This is not something that you'll just walk into easy peasy. Like there is some method that needs to be cultivated, that needs to be worked and proven, and is proven to work, to be successful, to get what it is, that you'll need. And so there's something about being prepared or setting a strategy or having like a method that you carry here that's going to be important. And so there's going to be a need to develop possibly your own methodologies or your own strategies on how you'll navigate, right? When you step forward into this energy or as you move forward towards the place where you desire to be. We're talking about, how you'll move into and bring success to your situation. That may be different for everyone. Either way, there's a need to be intentional with how you're moving. Because there's something about being perceived here in certain environments that you will step into, being perceived as a possible threat, right? And having to overcome that challenge. And the need to have tough skin. I feel like Spirit is saying, when these things happen, you'll need to not take them personal. Let it be like water running off of your back. Understand why you're there, your mission, your purpose, and anything that doesn't align or concern that, just let it roll off of your back. There's something about this being difficult because it's going to possibly rub people the wrong way, what you're doing. And I do think there's an element of mystery here, especially with this moon coming out, what you have in mind, right? What you may possibly be working towards or visualizing, especially as the energy of bringing solutions to problems. There's some difficulty with that. You may, in fact, be stepping on some toes, possibly, or stepping into something that may not take kindly to what you're trying to do. And so there is a warning to let you know, don't second guess if you're feeling like a little bit of aggression or a pushback, right? Understand that, yeah, that's what you're feeling. Don't second guess it. That doesn't mean stop. That just means you need to strategize and have a method, right? There's a way to get what it is that you are needing. Okay, so there's a bit of strategy that needs to happen here. Let's see. What is this moon energy? I want to know. So what is the hidden energy? So we have the Chariot and the Page of Swords. This is like uncovering some truth. Uncovering some truth. But this truth, there's something about this truth that is possibly being empowered, right? By you moving towards it or uncovering it. It's empowering some truth. And I almost feel like this could be something to do with the internet, the World Wide Web. There's a large audience here. So I could be talking to like some type of public figure, someone who is connected to media in some type of way. It doesn't have to be social media. It could be some other media. It could be radio. It could be news. It could be TV. But there's almost, I get the energy of a whistleblower too. It's revealing some truth, some hidden truth. And this may, in fact, be not just you. It could be you and a partner. Like you could have someone helping you. There's a team that I'm sensing here that sheds light on this. I don't know if there's some kind of big uncovering that's happening here that you're working on, but it's hidden. Maybe no one's supposed to know. Maybe it's something that's hidden and you're trying to find out what it is. Spirit is definitely saying, be careful. Okay. And there is a choice here. The Two of Wands came out. So what does this Two of Wands have to do with Leo here? So we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords. Okay. Something about being supported. Being supported as you are moving into the acceptance of what this is. Coming to grips with something. Then we have the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Balance. So I feel like being offered some truth. Staying balanced, but also welcoming in something, receiving some type of offer. But why the Knight of Pentacles? Something about doing the work of offering or bringing in some balance. Being in a position of doing this. There's something that positions you to do this. This may not be something that everybody can do. The Six of Pentacles, many times I'm thinking of someone who is positioned for the purpose of leveling things out. Like you have a very specific position where you are. It's not just coincidental that you are in this position, Leo. You're there for a reason. And it's possibly to give something. That's interesting. So the Two of Pentacles, this crossroads is between you being comfortable where you are or stepping into, what you can make a difference in. And so that's what I'm getting. Now, lastly, what I want to tap into is what is the advice for you? Because there's something about you moving forward that's going to help you to be successful, help you to feel victorious. There's something that you're wanting to do. And I feel like it's making a difference in some type of way. You may already be doing something on some level. This Three of Wands is like being able to reach more. It's expansion, right? But how do you do that? I have the Brown Bear Spirit. Okay. Take time out. The Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. And the Canary Spirit. There's two here. Sing your own song. Lastly, the Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours. Okay. So first of all, there's something about the Bear Spirit that lets us know that this is not something that will happen quickly, right? There's something about this that will need to be measured out, or you'll need to take your time. You'll need to allow yourself to be guided. There's almost like doing surgery, doing something really important in every step is so important to the outcome. So this is not something we're rushing into. This is something where you're measuring out time and slowly making sure that every step is sure. And it comes out as a bear spirit. Now, bear spirits are usually very nurturing energies, very protectively nurturing, though. There could be something about who I'm talking to. Spirit is letting you know that you are protected and that you will receive like whatever it is that you need here as you're being guided forward. But don't feel like you have to rush through this. Like, you could take your time. And there's something about this too, with taking time, that does need to be measured out as well. This is not something, again, that you're going to just walk into aimlessly or mindlessly. This is going to take intention and strategy to do this, to execute this. And part of that is going to allow yourself to be guided. With the hawk spirit is aligning with that star. The star is being guided. Why the star is important too is sometimes the star also represents refreshing, recuperation, regeneration, right? There's something about this that feels heavy, that could be depleting at times, right? That's why it's important to be waterproof, let some of this stuff, run off of your back. Where you're entering, or where you've been, where you are as you move forward to execute this, might be very depleting in many ways, mentally, spiritually, energetically. Spirit is saying, let yourself be guided, because if that's the case, Spirit is always also going to measure out the strength that you need, the refreshing that you need. You're going to be guided to places that's going to make sure that you stay energized and healthy and, full. There's some part of this with the canary spirit that is allowing you to explore your independence as well. Sing your own song. To me, feels a little bit like walking to the beat of your own drum. There's something about this that separates you from everyone else. This is a personal call, a personal endeavor that Spirit is guiding you towards and supporting you through. It's a personal endeavor. And so there may be not a lot of identification outside of this with everyone else for you. Sing your own song, right? That's your individual relating in this process. You heading towards victory in this. This is you singing a tune that everyone may not be able to hear. And when I think of music too, I think of frequency, right? Which not everybody can, depending on the frequency that you're on, you may not be able to hear it. The higher the frequency goes up, like certain people become deaf because they don't have that level of hearing at that frequency. And so depending on the song that you're singing, the energy that you're in, your endeavor itself basically is one of individualization. Not everyone is going to be able to hear it or see it or understand it, right? That's what I get from the canary spirit. This is interesting. I want to make sure I'm not leaving out anything. And so let's see. It is a number 3. It's a 12 that reduces to a 3. Yeah. Yeah, it's about liberation. There's something joyful about you being free to explore and even to pursue certain experiences. And understand that you are protected as you do that, Leo. Okay. Lastly, we have horse spirit, again, talking about liberation. Freedom is yours. Freedom is yours. Spirit is saying that this comes in as a 33, and 33s are all about compassion. This is a master number. Those who have been very gifted and highly endeavored with compassion. There's something about being positioned in a way where you will serve large masses of people because of the level of compassion that you carry. The horse spirit is very interesting because horses carry a lot of horsepower. Like they have the ability to hold and to support a lot of weight and to carry it for a lot of distance for a long time. It's just all around a power animal, you know? And so this is all about movement and freedom. This is about adventure and journeying. And so you having the ability to do that. I do feel like there's something very sacred and secret. This might not be something that you've let a lot of people in on, but Spirit is encouraging it. Okay. People may not know, but it could involve your idea around how you can be helpful to other people. Yeah. This may have some type of feeling of being at a place where you've come to a stop. Well, this is acknowledging it's time to move forward past that place. I don't know how long you've been here, but it's time to move forward. Spirit is saying these are some ideas around how you can do that. Okay. Let's see. Definitely something sacred about this energy. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I'm also getting a very protected energy around you. Again, I'm getting that again. Cats are sticking out for me. Wolves are sticking out for me. So cats many times represent this sense of curiosity, adventure. Wolves are all about this teaching. There's a teaching that's happening through action, right? Through expression. There's a teaching that's happening here. There's also an inquiry for truth or answers. There's an inquiry for answers here coming out in your reading. And so that's what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by as we took a look in to this moment, leading you to your next victory, to your next success. Okay. Thank you so much, Leo, for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to read for you, my darlings. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. It has been Blood Moon Oracle coming in with the reading for Leo. I forgot to turn on your banner. Sorry, Leo. All right. Till next time, take care, Leo, and we'll see you next time with our next reading for you, okay? Bye.